It's time for the Stain Game with your host, the one and only Justin Menezes.
All right. Hey, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. I don't know what time you're watching this, but this is Justin with the Stain Game. And today we have a very special guest, the one and the only Matt Warner.
Stop.
Matt, thank you for hosting. Obviously, we're not in the Menezes closet that is designated as the Stain Game room. We are in this plush view-like atmosphere. I was joking with Matt that I'm waiting for Whoopi Goldberg to come in here and start whining and carrying.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. By the way, when he says view, we don't have a view. He meant like View, the TV show View, which I've never really watched. So I don't know.
I just watched the clips of them, whining and crying, carrying it out. But Matt, thanks for having me on, and thanks for being on the show.
My pleasure.
So let's jump right into things. mySalesman. There's a new launch, a relaunch, an update. What's going on with mySalesman?
So we built mySalesman in 2011, released it in 2012, mostly for the fence industry, mostly because I had a riddle I wanted to solve. I got tired of going on all these leads or chasing dead-end leads or tire kickers, people that just wanted me to give them a price and really didn't have a clue what a fence costs. Because in their defense, people don't know what a fence costs to build or stain. Right? They don't.
Right.
And they have this idea in their mind that it's only going to be a couple $100 or it's going to take a couple hours to build, and they really don't understand the process. So I thought, well, if I could build something that would help the customer understand that this is a major undertaking and an investment in your property, then it would speed up the sales pressure. And it worked. Mm-hmm. It did. So when we released in 2012, my sales instantly went up. And at that time, Justin, we were working out of my kitchen. We had maybe 6 people, and now we have about 156 people. So we've really grown quite a bit. And even since I've known you for the last 3 or 4 years, we've really grown quite a bit.
Oh yeah.
But part of it is that we embrace technology and use it so we can get done quicker all the time. Well, what happened last December, is the company that did all my developing got bought out by a private equity firm, and it was a hostile takeover. They basically said, we're not going to give you your code back, and we're gonna give you a couple months, and then we're going to shut you off.
Wow. Well,
I negotiated the ability by paying them a little bit of money, not the $500,000 they wanted, but about $75,000 to hold off until July 1st. And then we instantly went to work to rebuild the whole entire thing to start over.
Wow.
So you're right. It's a horrible deal. We've spent probably $750,000 on this rebuild, and we're not done. We got it launched enough that it's working pretty good, and we love some of the new features, but it's not 100% done. We're going to add Eagle View so you can have better mapping. We're going to add some other soft things that will make it work even better. But the idea is you can actually use it for staining also. Mm-hmm. You can tell it we have this many feet fence, and it'll give a budget number. Now remember, it does not give an exact quote. You still have to go measure and look at it. You could use the measurement on the drawing tool because it's extremely accurate. The problem I tell people is there might be a turning, or it might be something different that the client doesn't even realize they need until you go give them an on-site consultation. I'm still a big believer on on-site consultations, but I also a big believer on let's don't waste time and gas. Go see a customer until they know, hey, this thing could cost $1,800 to stain this fence. This fence might cost $2,500 to stain the fence. Or, if you want to do one side, that's great. It's still going to cost $2,500 because of the setup and the charge, but it's only going to cost another $500 to do the other side because I'm already here at the setup.
Yeah.
Or however you price up your pricing. But mySalesman is a cool tool. First of all, we each have let's talk about all the energy drinks here we have here. I have Kickstart, and you have
the Monster Viking Juice or Viking Berry Juice.
And by the way, they said they're going to pay us 4 times what they paid us today.
Oh man, let me tell you. So I talked to Dan Wheeler a few days. It seems like it was a few days. Maybe it was a week ago. And he talked to me about there's a group out there. I'm trying to find this group that is paying small podcasters, small social media influencers to do shows like this, and then to talk about Epstein. And they're paying these people to talk about Jeffrey Epstein.
Are you kidding me?
No. So I told Matt, I was like, or I told Dan, I was like, I need to find these people because I'll go either way if they're going to pay me. If they pay me like $1,200 or $1,300 each episode, yeah, I saw Jeffrey Epstein and he was touching little girls. Oh, I saw Jeffrey Epstein. I didn't see him touch any little girls. But, ching. Oh, there's my Apple Pay. All right. Yeah, next episode.
Yeah, all right.
But, I wish as many of these monsters that I drink, I wish they would do what Bang did. 2 years ago, Bang reached out to me because I was always drinking a Bang and promoting, hey, we're out here Bang and Stain or Stain and Bang. And one of their regional reps was like, hey, we can't give you any monetary money. But yeah, they would send us a case of 24 Bangs like once a month. And it was just, it was awesome. I mean, instead of paying $3 a drink, they gave us drinks every month to drink. And so Monster hasn't reached out yet. So we'll see. And maybe Mountain Dew, Pepsi will hook you up.
First and foremost, I do want to put a bow because I think that we're done talking about mySalesman.
We're not done. There's still a lot to talk about.
I do want to tell you, I think it's a great product. I think it's a reasonable price. If you want to know more about it, we would love to hook up any staining people out there or fence builders. I really think it's a powerful tool. It's $175 a month, unlimited uses, unlimited customer support. I really do love my support team. I'm telling you, the people that we have there are freaking awesome. And as you know, if you call, you need anything, we'll take care of it. And which our whole company is that way.
Yeah.
I try to be that way. If you ever need anything, you call. We just had visitors come in today from Georgia. They're brand new in the fence industry. They heard about us. They heard that we have these Monday morning meetings that we pour into our people, and they wanted to come and see it. They flew up here. We brought them to the meeting. We put them up in a hotel last night. We fed them dinner last night. We brought them here today. They flew out at 2:00. But I will tell you, Justin knows that I love me some Kickstarts, and it's awesome because I will all of a sudden get a box of Kickstarts from him. So thank you so much for your generosity.
It's my pleasure.
I don't know why you keep sending them to me, but hey, let's don't tell him. I love it. I love it. It's like a little surprise for me. So we get like 17 deliveries at our house, and all of them are from Melanie until yours comes, and I'm like, yes! Woo!
Matt,
I got something.
You got your Amazon box.
My Amazon box of Kickstarts. Have you tried these?
I have. I don't mind them. I like them. Probably not as much caffeine as I like, but
yeah, they are a little bit down on there. Well, they're 10% juice, so it's practically a health drink.
Yeah. So this thing, if I'm not mistaken,
this has pineapple, orange, mango flavored juice drink from concentrate with other natural flavors.
Yeah.
And you know what they say? Natural flavors are good for you.
So you have more juice in there than I have in this juice thing.
Cheers to our
But yeah, so my wife she told me that one of my love languages is gift giving.
Oh.
And so I am guilty of if I find somebody that I appreciate or that has helped me out, done something good for me or for whatever, I like to express gratitude by, hey, you like Kickstarts? Ding, I'm going to remember, get him Kickstarts. I won't name names, but there are certain people out on the east side who love cheesecake. And so every once in a while, on my Amazon account, honey, if you're watching or listening, there's a cheesecake purchase that goes out to these group of people. And then one of the friendly little giants out there complains about it, but always enjoys a piece.
Oh,
But
nice.
he doesn't like triple chocolate. He'd rather have more of a fruity, healthier slice, but we always get the triple chocolate because why not? It's good stuff.
It is good. Well, thank you for being such a good, generous person. And you are an ass buster, man. You freaking get after it. And you're a military guy, so thank you for serving our country. Golly,
it's a pleasure.
We actually had on Veterans Day, we went around and had everybody at the Monday morning meeting, all the people that were serving, and we had 1 million views on that.
Wow.
Which is pretty outstanding to get that many people to notice a little company here in Nebraska that is just giving thanks to our veterans.
So Monday morning meetings that you do, I attended one not too long ago, and what I really enjoyed and took back with me was that everybody was there, and I didn't see one person with like a look on their face like, why the hell am I here? Or this is BS that I have to be here. Everybody was like chit-chatting, interacting with each other. Guys and gals that knew me were, I wouldn't say they went out of their way, but they were very pleasant and welcoming and like, hey, how are you doing? Hey, man, hey, how's it going? And then as you went around with the different people who spoke, whether it was the safety, whether it was your speech or your motivation, I just found it interesting that you didn't have that feeling of I have to be here. It just seemed like everybody was grateful to be there. And then I really enjoyed the sense of camaraderie that I see in your staff. And I'm not saying that to kiss your ass. I'm not saying that to like, oh, maybe they'll invite me to come back again or whatever, because it's an open deal that you have. You always tell people, hey, if you want to come by, let us know. We'll have you come by. But it's just like I remember seeing you guys at the Wave building, and then now here you are, and there's like, I told my wife, I think he has like 5 buildings out there now, 7 buildings.
It's not a brag, but I just wanted you to get it right.
No, but the growth is happening, right? Yeah. And so when I saw you on Facebook and you were talking about mySalesman, I was like, man, I should ask him if he'd come on and talk about it. So I don't want to get away from mySalesman because whether you're a fence builder, whether you're a deck or fence stainer, it's a cool tool to have in your toolbox.
It is.
Are you just focusing on the fence building and the staining, or are there other options in there?
So we had on our old platform, we had deck and fence, and we lost the deck option, which we are in the process of rebuilding. But we can still do staining, one side or both sides, as long as we know the height, which we can put in the height of the fence, and then we put in how many feet it is. So we can still do that. The biggest thing is we lost that deck drawing tool, and we have to rebuild that. And it's not that big of a deal. It's like $30,000 or $40,000. But the problem is we've deployed to date we've deployed over 500,000. We have another 300,000 to go to get to where we want to be.
Yeah.
So it's a big push, a big lift. But we have a lot of customers, and so the ROI is easier, way easier than when I built it in 2012, right? I spent a bunch of money not knowing if it would even work. Yeah. Now I know the proof of concept is done. And I'll tell you this: I hope that this story a little bit of us getting taken over a hostile territory is a little bit educational for your listeners, because as an entrepreneur, sometimes you get knocked down, but you really don't fail until you choose not to get up. Yeah. And I've always said fail and fail fast as long as you learn. Well, I've learned a lot since then. I learned how to write a better contract on software. I also learned that there's copycats out there, and there's certain things that they can steal and they can't steal. That we are in America. We're not in China. So if you want to steal my intellectual property, we're going to see in court. And I don't need to be mean about that, but it's just
protecting
the way
your.
I got to protect my family here and the investment that we have. But I will tell you a quick story, and I don't know if this is PG-13, so I'm not going to swear, but I'm definitely.
Well, we've had Dan Wheeler on here, so it's at least PG-13. It hasn't reached the Beyond R rating yet.
Okay,
but we've had to have him tone down a little bit because he had us on that almost the X. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
so
then I'm
him and his banger comments.
I want to behave myself, but get this. I was talking to the private equity firm, and basically they were getting really snotty with me, and they said, "Hey, we're going to shut you down." They gave me 60 days, and this was in December, so I would have been shut down in February, right? And I knew that wasn't going to work, and so I kept trying to negotiate with them, and they wanted $500,000, and they wanted all these different concessions, and then they wanted $50,000 a month for every month after. It was just horrible. So, and I got a little pissed off at one time, and I don't know if you're a faith-based guy or not. Yeah. I don't know a lot about Justin on the personal level, but I know I'm pretty faith-based. I also have a tendency to swear like a sailor, so I hope that. I think really, if Peter was alive today, he would drop the F-bomb all the time. I just think he would. Not that JC would condone that. He'd probably say, "Hey, tone it down a little bit, bro." But by the way, that's how I picture Jesus interacting with Peter. But I did tell him. I said, "Hey," because I found out that the Shaw guy that I was working with was a faith-based guy. I said, "Hey, I know you're a $750 million company, and you have 12 attorneys, and that you have told me there's no way you'll win, but you guys have never fought David. And I'm coming with a box of rocks and a slingshot, and I will make it hurt. Yeah. I will drag this out as long as I possibly can, and I will be a thorn in your side for a long time. So go ahead." Finally, I think I got him to change his tune. And I also told him, I said, at the end of the day, I don't know if you've read the story, but the stone merely just knocks David out. It's the sword that chops his freaking head off that gets him. Yeah. And I said, so watch out, because I might be small and not much compared to you guys and your threats of all your attorneys, but I'll come after you with a sword to cut your damn head off. And I was pretty pissed off at the time. And he did tell me after we finally kissed and made up, and I figured out that in negotiations, it's better to keep a level head and not lose your temper like I did. But I literally felt like they were stealing one of my childs. That I built this thing and grown it from with my team from grassroots. Yeah. The first 150 customers, I went to every one of their offices and I onboarded every single one of them. All across America. Yeah. From California to New Jersey to Florida, I went to every one of them. Yeah. Well, and then have that just sweat from underneath you would be. It hurt. It's heartbreaking. Right? Yeah. Yeah. I was, to say the least, I was really pissed off. And, but what happens when you go through a big storm? You get stronger, you get better, you know how to fight, you know how to do it. And by the way, it's all in his hands. So if he really wanted it shut down, shut it down. And knowing what I've seen from you and from your team, a hurdle's put in your place, and if you can't jump it because of other abstractions, the lawyers or whatever, it's like you guys don't give up. You don't just sit there and go, well, let's go to the next track meet. Right. I could see you going around it and going, well, thanks for trying to stop me. Yeah. I'm just going to keep going. And so that's a neat thing that you aren't hostile takeover. It could have been very easy to be like, well, we tried. What do you want us to do? They've got $750 million and multiple lawyers. And, for someone in a lesser position financially and lawyer wise, it'd be very intimidating to even try to stand up to them. And I'm sure that's what they hope, right? That you're just going to be like, oh, we can't handle this, or we can't even fathom taking on something like this. So we just fold. Right. And so kudos to you guys and your team for, it was a heavy lift. Getting it and then, going through it. And it was a grind, and it was, we had to deploy a lot of money really fast. We had to eat into some of our cash reserve, our safety. But I want to tell you what, I learned a lot about that too. I learned how to write a better contract. I learned how to make better code. Our code is up to date. It's the latest and greatest and fastest code out there in the market. We also applied AI, where it was cool. They had AI over here and they were writing code over here, and the AI was constantly reading the code.
Wow.
And it was trying to give them suggestions of better ways to write the code so it would flow better. So
Wow.
we did a lot of really cool technology, and it happened to be in good timing. The AI was becoming so popular in the last, AI has tripled, quadrupled, or 10x since it was a year ago.
Yeah.
It's so powerful now, and it's only getting more powerful.
Yeah.
The good thing for you and me is AI will probably never go dig a post hole or never go put stain on a fence.
No, not yet.
Now, I did hear something the other day, and it said AI will more likely not replace you,
Mm-hmm.
but somebody that knows how to use AI really well might.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning, when you're doing marketing and you're writing emails and you're doing all this stuff, if you're not using some kind of technology or AI, you're probably going to get left behind.
Yeah.
I hate to say it. We have to figure out how to adapt.
So we were talking about my kid getting cut doing the racetrack, and our backyard does not have plush green grass in it. It is used for kickball, football. My 21 and 19-year-old practice their sand wedge and their putting out there. And then last night, my kids at like 9 o'clock at night decided they were going to tear up the yard and make a dirt bike track or electric bike track. And my wife and I were just like, go for it, go do it. But she picked up her phone, ChatGPT, create me a waiver for dirt bike riding in the yard.
Yes.
To avoid whatever. And within seconds, we had a legal document. Well, not legal. We had a document that we could give these parents whose kids are going to come to our yard, whether we're home or not, and they're going to utilize this track that they're building. There's like 4 and 5 foot ramps that they've already dug and made out of dirt and water and compacted it. And but if their kids are going to come, the parents need to sign it, because we don't want to get sued for little Johnny breaking his collarbone, jumping the ramp or doing whatever. But it was that quick for AI to create this legal form that you would typically go pay lawyer Susie or Bobby
$300 or $500 right?
to do, and so it's AI is unique.
It's here to stay.
Mm-hmm. So I was going to ask on the fencing side, where have you seen the benefits of AI beyond obviously not digging posts and things like that? But
it is helping us in the office. It's helping us get through contracts faster and cleaner. It's helping us put write tough emails. It's helping us so much. And our younger, my son Benjamin, he's 27, be 28 this week, and he uses it a lot. My daughter literally took a document the other day and said, "Dad, let me clean that up for you, and I'm going to make it branded for mySalesman." She put it into ChatGPT. It read the document. It made it branded from another person to us, and it made it look like it was our document. All it was information on how to do something, but we liked the way. And a friend of mine said, "Hey, just take this and implement this." Well, I wanted it to look like that, but ours, she just stuck it in there. So we use it more on that side. There's no way AI right now can help me go put in a security fence.
Mm-hmm.
But it can help us be more efficient and do more with less in the office, which in turn helps us reduce our overhead, which in turn makes us more profitable.
Yeah. Yep. So when we were in the Azores recently, we've been trying to sell our services to 2 municipalities there to have us come wash and stain large boardwalks and wood infrastructure that they have. And our first proposal that we submitted to them didn't make any sense to them. There was the language barrier, English to Portuguese. I speak Portuguese. I can read some Portuguese, but there was that breakup there where we were having issues communicating. And my oldest boy was like, "Have you tried putting that into ChatGPT or into Gemini?" Or I'm like, "Well, what did I do that for?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, watch." And he scanned it, got it into a digital form. He threw it in there, and he told ChatGPT, whatever it's called, ChatGPT, I guess.
Or Copilot,
and he basically said, write me a proposal in Portuguese, focusing on wood restoration and preservation of investment and da-da-da-da. And this thing spit out a 3-page document that we had to slightly edit a little bit, but within like seconds, it had a proposal that blew my proposal like way out of the water.
That's awesome.
And then when we submitted it in an email to them, the guy in one of the towns replied right away, and he's like, now I know what you're really trying to do here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, based on what I just sent you? And he's like, yeah, now it makes sense. And I'm like, yeah, but we talked and you understood what I was doing. He's like, yeah, but on written form, it just wasn't lining up. Yeah. Now this fits where we can submit it to the tourism office. We can get funding from here and there.
Wow.
And it was just like that quick. But 51-year-old Justin Dumbbuddy guy was just sitting there going, what? ChatGPT? Well, how is that supposed to help me? You know, but it's amazing how, and even for marketing, we submitted a logo request. Hey, create a logo for this. And within a few minutes, we had this logo that we're using now on a billboard in Bellevue. That didn't cost us anything beyond our monthly subscription.
Right.
We didn't have to pay some guy or gal to design us a logo for $300 or $400.
You have to spend a lot of time telling them how to make different things. And if you want a little change, you say, now, so we did a family photo at a wedding, and I thought it'd be funny to give a gang sign. And apparently the gang sign I gave isn't a gang sign. It's a sexual innuendo. That means something about 2 here and 1 there. And I didn't know that. And so my son said, oh, don't worry, I'll clean it up with ChatGPT. Yeah. And it did. It switched my arm out, but it also switched all of our faces.
Oh, no.
So now my daughter is like Korean, and I think I was like Hispanic. And so we had all of us were different nationalities. And so we had a good chuckle. I don't think AI is the answer for everything. Mm-hmm. And I do believe that it's good for us to put in or to not do a dumb gang sign on a family photo at a wedding. That'd be a dumb move. At 53 years old, I still do dumb things. I don't know if you've matured fully, but I haven't. I'm doing better.
Yep.
So, hey, so we've talked energy drinks.
Yep.
AI. Mm-hmm. mySalesman. I want to ask you real quick, how's the staining business?
Oh, man. So it's an interesting year. We have, how do I put this? We're doing the same amount of work we were doing last year, but our phones aren't ringing off the hook like they typically do. Mm. And then one of the things that we have noticed, we have a monthly meeting with our small group that we have. And one of the things that we've noticed is just the competition that's out there has like grown by like 10 times. Wow. On the way here to your shop, I think I saw 4 different staining company yard signs from Pristine to Outward, who I know is, I know who the owner of that one is. Then I saw another one that just said Deck and Fence, and then Aaron's Deck Staining. And but that's one of the things we've noticed is there are a lot of
startup
deck washing, deck staining, pressure washing companies, which is great because there's enough work to go around for everybody. I guess the biggest concern we've had is just the price cutting that we've seen in our industry, where people are either not asking or feeling comfortable enough to talk to find out what they should be charging or shouldn't be charging. Mm. And so we'll get, we had a repeat customer who had 5 estimates in front of them. One of them was ours, and he showed me every single one of the estimates, and he's like, here's yours. You're asking $2,500 to do my fence. It's the same price you charged me 3 years ago. And then I have a $1,200, a $1,500, and then a $750.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know how this 750 guy, because I know what a bucket is. I can pull up my phone and find out what stain costs. He's going to lose his pants on this.
Yep.
But he's like, $1,000 is $1,000. So if I don't go with the 750 or the 1250 and I go with the 1500, and then you're here at 25, $1,000 gets me a couple of nice, good golf outings.
Yeah.
And the fence is still going to be stained with, it was a Sherwin-Williams stain. And he's like,
Wow.
other than not knowing if they're going to get stain on my house, which they do have insurance because I verified they have insurance, and then having to deal with them fixing, getting stain on my house, he's like, I still have to
How do I justify
juggle $1,000.
Wow.
And to his credit, he's like, I don't even have to tell my wife.
Yeah.
She just expects you to come and do it. And I can go hire this other guy for $1,500, take the $1,000 and go have a couple of nice golf outings with the buddies and drink some beers and, ride the cart instead of not. And it made sense to me, but it was like, okay, you're charging $1,500, you're going to spend $1,000 in stain. And then how are you going to pay yourself, your taxes, your marketing, your business fees, and then plan for the winter with $500? There's something missing there. And
so a little bit of that is educating your competition, right? Because high tides raise all ships.
Yep.
So a little bit of that is when you first got into it, you were kind of like,
I was the low baller.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to say low baller, but you're a little bit like, oh my goodness. I remember you went to go do our fence and you're like, I really don't know where to be today. Let me get some help. And I think you called Caleb, and and we I think we talked through it a little bit. And I think I told you, well, this is how we would stain it, and this is what we're doing. So a little bit of that is that these groups. Hopefully, we get the word out there that you need to charge enough to make sure you can afford to stay in business. Otherwise, in a couple of years, it'll eat you alive. So I had a great stat: 55% of every single American will try to be an entrepreneur. Only 10% make it past the 5-year mark.
Oh.
So that's 90% failure after 5 years. So almost anybody, and with your business, it's the low point of entry. It doesn't cost a lot. You have to buy a stain. And now you are a stain dealer, so you might be able to go sell stain to your competitors and work a deal with them, because we were a dealer. We gave you our dealership from Caleb, which by the way, Caleb and Ashley are some of my absolute closest friends in the industry. I really, those two really are good.
Yeah, they're great. Yeah, they're great people.
By the way, have you been out to their facility?
I have not. Yeah, we were going to go this spring, and then something came. Oh, I went to Canada instead. Yeah. I went to go to Al Martin's place. Yeah. And so
I've been out there. It's fabulous. They really got a good thing going on there, and those two are two of my favorite people in the whole wide world. But I love what you do, and I love. Do you have helpers now? Or are you still on your own?
So I have 2 sons that work for me, and then I have Edwin and Michael working for me. So I have 4 full-time guys.
So you're
working.
A 5-man crew. So are they outstanding right now while we're in AC drinking? Drinking our energy drinks.
They're standing our 3rd job. We did 2 before I rushed down here. So hopefully they're finishing up so that they don't feel like they're being gypped. but
I love it.
And they're good guys, hardworking.
Good. And you're not having any trouble staying busy though. You're just, the phone's not ringing as much.
Yeah, it seems like we're not as busy, but at the end of the month we look at how many jobs we did compared to last year, and we're doing about the same amount of work.
Good. Good.
Yeah. But so mySalesman, for those who stain, all right, I'll give you my personal experience. I told you that if you wanted, I would do a testimonial. So what I've enjoyed about mySalesman, you kind of touched on it with the giving a low end entry to a high end entry as far as doing the job. What I've enjoyed the most about it is that if a customer asks, so they send me a text message like I just got, and they want an estimate, I can send them the link. They can go on there. They can enter in as much information as they want, their full last name, email, address, phone number, and then they can put in their information from what they gauge. So they can either draw out their fence, or before they could do their deck, but we'll just stick with the fence. So they could put in their fence numbers. Most people know their fence size, especially if it's a newer fence, because the fence just got built. And then it gives them the color option, the fence style is the way mine was set up. And I'm sure Rachel or Kelsey or whoever's working with you can have it set up however you want it. But they can put their fence style in there, both sides, one side. They can pick the color of stain that they want. And then it gives them a low number to a high number. And what we've seen a benefit of is, like you mentioned, that not everybody knows what they should be spending or not spending.
Right.
And so we've seen the $500 person who puts aside $500 and thinks, you know, I can stain my fence for $500, now be educated that, hey, it's not $500. That idea of $500 is long gone. And they can see a low to a high of where they should be. So we'll just throw 15 and 2,000. So now they have an idea of that if it's going to cost me 15 on the low end or up to 2,000, and if it fits within their budget, we found that it's probably about a 90% close rate for us to go out there and just verify, okay, it's a shadow box, check.
Yep.
It's 187 square or 187 linear feet, check. You want chestnut? This is what chestnut looks on our sample board. Yeah, that's what I want, check. And then now we sit there and go, okay, 2 gates. Yeah, you're within this much. And if you, so for a little inside the ball thinking, for us, if you're okay with 15 and you're okay with 2, that you're within that price margin, we go out there, we know now it's just a matter of dollars.
Yeah.
You know, so let's just say we say $1,750.
Yep.
And it falls within their price range because they already know they're going to get up to 2,000, maybe more, or around that 1,500 mark. And it's just closing it and just explaining to them, you know, it doesn't need a heavy cleaning. It might just be a light cleaning or just a staining. You know, when Empire builds a fence, we've noticed personally that we don't see mud tracked all over the fence or left on the fence. The pickets are clean. The fence is ready to be stained. So it eliminates the waste of time, gas, your materials for marketing, and then your salesman. If you're paying a guy or a gal to go out and sell, think about driving an hour, gas, their time, their marketing materials for that $500 person to sit there and go, "Whoa, that's way too much." I was thinking $500. So it is a great tool. An instructor once told me that, what did he say about tools? It might not be the tool to fix everything, but it's it's a worthwhile tool to have in your toolbox that you can utilize when you need it, when you need to utilize it the most. And so I highly recommend it to everybody I come across because it is well worth it. Like you mentioned, for the price, if you have 1 or 2 jobs that you don't have to spend an hour to go visit, you just made that money up on those 2 jobs by not going out there and wasting your time.
Well, time really is our most precious commodity, and it's something. No matter what you do, they don't make more of it, and it's undefeated. I tell people, you know what, the software might not be for you, but it doesn't make any sense, because if I can save you time so you can go spend time with your family or your loved ones or in the backyard watching your kids destroy your backyard, rather than going and chasing some dead-end leads that people that probably aren't going to buy from you no matter what. Then 86,400 seconds per day. We all get the same amount. It's all a matter on how you want to spend them. Now, early on in my career, I was so aggravated because I would go every Saturday and I would chase 6 to 8 leads every Saturday. And I'm not kidding you. Inevitably, a couple of them never did put a fence in. And I just said, I just want to get rid of those people.
Yeah.
I want to go deal with real customers that are. But what I found out later on is that if that customer has a mindset of about what that's going to cost, I can get them off the market before they might get 5 more quotes.
Yeah.
Maybe they just get 2 more quotes or 3 quotes. Now I have less competition because, like you said, you're going to have some people are going to get 5 or 6 quotes. I personally don't do that.
Mhm.
I just hire the best contractor, regardless of price. But
Yeah.
I'm at that point in life where I'm like, I just want the best. And that's why we have you do all of our fences. I tell people, if you're going to stain the fence, I only have one person we trust. And here's the number. And any stain lead that comes into our office, we just give it right to you.
Well, we appreciate it.
We try to get people to stain fence. I had said last year, I want every single wood fence stained, and I want Justin to do every single one of them. Now, I don't know if they ever listen to me, because sometimes I'm the old man that talks a lot, Justin, and they're all like, why don't you go back out to your office and leave us alone?
Well, and so we had Chris Hearn with Done Right Fence in Omaha. He's built this beautiful fence, and he was like, man, this is a for sure go. They just need a price. And when I went and spoke with the owners, they were kind of sticker shocked with how much it would cost to stain the fence. And I understand. I'm a realist. If someone sits there and tells me, hey, we just spent $15,000 on a brand new fence,
Mm-hmm.
we don't have $2,500 right now. And yes, Chris told us the importance of staining the fence, like you talked to your folks,
Yep.
you know. But for a lot of folks, it's like, we just don't have the money. We just spent $15,000 on a fence, and we love our fence. But so we've tried offering the financing option. Really haven't had anybody really interested in it, but it's one of those things. Like I always tell Christian, he's our sales guy. He was like, man, you brand new fence, they got to be staining it. They spend all that money. I was like, dude, do you have $2,500 right now?
Yeah.
No, but I don't have a fence either. I'm like, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, you want to sell because you want to make your commission. I want to do the staining, but we also have to be understanding. We want these people to not respect us, but come to understand that we care, that we're not just going to be like, oh, thanks for wasting my time.
Yep.
But it's tough, right? Not everybody has the money to do the right thing.
Right.
One last thing, if you have time.
Yeah.
Gopher wood. Have you tried it? Or are you using it? What are your thoughts about it?
We like it. I think that we're actually going to carry it in inventory as a resale product here. We were talking to Caleb a little bit about getting a couple truckloads because we really are backing off our residential. Our company's gotten big enough now where our overhead's high enough that it really doesn't pay to do residential, and the residential market's tough. There's a lot of fence guys out there, and we're never the cheapest, and I never will be. I'll always be right in the middle, a fair price, but definitely not. We're not on the bottom, and that's why I believe our business model is. So I do like Gopher wood. I think it's a great product. It's easy, and man, it looks good when you get done put it up. But it takes a little bit away from you, right?
Some. Caleb and I had this conversation a while back, and I think one of man, I forgot his name. One of your gentlemen called me up and asking about it. So we talked about how folks who work for you are outstanding people, right? I can't remember his name, but he was going to start selling gopher wood. And before he was going to start pushing it, he called me up and asked me what my thoughts were. And he told me that we're going to start pushing gopher wood as an option. It'll come pre-stained. It comes in chestnut, and I think we're going to try to push pecan. And his exact words were, if you're okay with it, we'd like to let them know that, hey, once it's installed, you're going to need to have it restained, and here's who we suggest you call in to have it restained, because he uses the same stain and he's familiar. And that just blew my mind out of the water, because it could have just been like, oh, screw that guy. He just stains every once in a while for us. And if we throw him a bone, you should be grateful. We throw him a bone, right? And I am grateful. But it just blew my mind, the conscientious thinking that this guy, maybe it wasn't Derek. Maybe that's why his name keeps popping in my head. But he called and he was like, what do you think? Like, what's your opinion or what's your thoughts? And I'm like, look, I think the product's awesome. From what I saw when I was down there at the last Stain and Seal event, Mandy's husband was working with it, and he showed me a bunch of their pickets. And I'm like, man, this looks fantastic. Why wouldn't you want a fence pre-built or pre-stained and built just like this. So yeah, it may take away from that initial staining, but I'm not here to stain today and tomorrow. I'm here to stain for years to come. That's
Right.
our concept. Is we don't want to stain your deck once. We want to stain it for the rest of its
And
life.
good for you for not being so narrow-minded.
Yeah.
You're looking at saying, you know, if it's a stained fence, they're going to want it probably stained again in 3 or 4 years. So that's a contact that I want.
Yep.
I like to go for wood. We only like to sell premium products.
Mhm.
We do not skimp. We don't sell anything. So I was nervous at first, thinking, this is kind of a lower quality board, but it
Mhm.
actually wasn't that a lower quality board. And then when you put the stainless steel stain on there, or really good stain, what does he call it? Really
Expert. Well, now
Expert.
it's expert staining
Yeah.
seal.
So when you put that on there, then it becomes a great product, right?
Yeah.
So now it's a premium product at a very fair price. So I love it, Justin. But I'm also open-minded to a lot of things. And by the way, thank you for bringing that up and loving on our people. We do teach around here that it's our community,
Mhm.
you know, and I believe Sean King always says your team plus one, and I'm a firm believer in that. And I believe that we needed to make sure that we're taking care of other people, and that's why we're an open book. Anybody that ever wants to come to our Monday morning meetings, it's what we do. We've done 389 of them in a row. That's a lot of camaraderie. That's a lot of us, and this circle keeps getting bigger. We're always in the circle because the knights of the round table met in the circle before they went to battle. And when we go out into the real world, it's battle.
Mhm.
It really is. You're dealing with the elements. You're dealing with contractors. You're dealing with homeowners. You're dealing with mud. You're dealing with traffic. You're dealing with all these things. Well,
Yeah.
let's have the right mindset leaving. Mindset is everything when we're going to go out there in the construction world. And for the record, 7 out of 10 people in construction world are leaving. Only 4 are coming back in. So it's not a very fun industry because it's hard work.
Yeah. Yeah.
By the way, I've dug a lot of holes. I've been in the elements. I've traveled all over the country. I've worked in every kind of weather, freezing cold. One time I was doing a job in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and I went up to the top of the net system. And by the time I got to the top, my brand new cup of coffee was frozen.
Jeez.
It was so dang cold. I couldn't feel my fingers at night. It was awful. So we've worked in all those elements. So my philosophy is, why not start them Monday?
Mm-hmm.
And make sure we have the fullest cup, that we walk out of here as a team, united. And doggone it, Justin, I got to tell you, it's different around here. People are good. We have poured into these people, and we have empathy for them, and we care about them, and they return it right back to us. So I'm proud of who we are. Very proud of our team.
Yeah, no, I see it. I mean, even Ian Weatherall, the kid from Plattsmouth who works for you, absolutely loves being here. Reese loves being here. I think he was trying to recruit Christian.
No, we don't want to do that. We don't want to steal people.
He was just telling him, he's like, man, it's a good place. The work is steady, and it's a good place. They feel good.
Good.
And, they're like, your dad's business is only seasonal. So if you want to come work full time, and he's just like, my dad knows. And he's like, I know your dad knows. I saw your dad at one of the meetings. I know your dad's there. And he's like,
we definitely tell
but when your guys are out sharing that, like, to other people that they care about and that they think could be an asset, it just, to me, it reflects back on what you're doing and what the company is doing, that you have not just somebody who wants their friends to come work, but they give them like realistic reasons, like, hey, it's good culture. We're taken care of. The work is good. We're you want to come work with us because it's a good place, and that reflects highly when you're not pushing people to go. Hey, I'll give you a commission or I'll give you a bonus if you can bring on Joe Schmo. And who knows if Joe Schmo is going to be good, because we just want another body. But when they're out trying to recruit, even with whether you're asking or not, that to me reflects good things. So,
Well, I love it. Well, thanks for doing this. Thanks for coming out here to
Yeah.
Waverly and hanging out with me for a little bit.
Well, thank you.
I'm a huge fan of you and what you do. I stalk you behind the scenes. I watch all your videos, so I love it, and I appreciate your kindness and your generosity.
well, thank you so much. I appreciate being here.
Good.
If you don't mind closing us off.
All right,
So,
we're
folks,
out of
until the next time, stay tuned. And then the one right there. Yep.